It is 3:35 a.m. in the morning here in India, but we have seen a dominant display from one of the greatest players that we have seen in the tennis world at this point in time. Yes, in the US Open now we have seen our first finalist. Breaking news at 3:30 a.m. folks. Novak Djokovic, the number 2 seed, has managed to reach the US Open final with a dominant 6-3, 6-2, 7-6 win over USA's Ben Shilton. Now remember, this was a clash that was expected to be a cakewalk for Novak Djokovic. And in a way, he almost made it in the first two sets itself, 6-3, 6-2. Everybody was saying that, oh, this is going to be a very easy match for Novak Djokovic. I mean, he was just dominating the youngster who was playing in his first US Open semi-final, which itself was quite historic. Shilton committed too many unforced errors. I mean, at one point in time, Shilton had committed 27 unforced errors. Djokovic had just committed 9. That was the way how the match was going on. But in the third set, Shilton showed that why he is one of the most promising talents that are coming up in the tennis world at this time. Because remember, in this US Open final, in this US Open 2023 tournament already, you have seen history being created. In Arthur Ashe Stadium, Ben Shilton and Francis Tiafoe squared off in the quarterfinals. It was a four-set affair. But what was the most dominant thing in this entire affair is that Shelton and Tiafoe, African Americans, playing in Arthur Ashe, who himself was a pioneer and was a trendsetter that's changed the way how American tennis would be. And boy, did they put on a show. But here against Novak Djokovic, a clinical player with all the shots and big clutch points under pressure situations. Now, if you look at the match in the third set itself, Novak Djokovic was under pressure. Let us make no doubts about it. At 1-4, you felt that maybe Djokovic is just going to steamroll his opponent. But later on, Ben Shilton actually came back and he was once almost a set point up. He was going to clinch the third set, but Djokovic, his serve did not let him down, and in a big, big way, he managed to bounce back and ensure that he went to 5-5. At 6-5, Djokovic had a chance to ensure that 7-5 was just done, but Shelton broke back. But in the tiebreaker, you all know how brilliant Djokovic is, and under pressure situations, his backhand and his serve always helps him. And because of that, Djokovic raced away to a 5-1 lead. Shelton tried to claw back with 5-4, but unfortunately 7-4. That is the margin by which Novak Djokovic has managed to win, and he's in the US Open final where he's gunning at some history. If he wins, it will be his fourth US Open title. But not just that, he will be gunning to ensure that he equals Margaret Court's record of 24 Grand Slam titles. But standing in his path, potentially you could see a rematch. Carlos Alcaraz versus Novak Djokovic in the final. Remember, his semi-final is in the next 1 hour. At 4:30 a.m. IST, Carlos Alcaraz will take on Daniil Medvedev, number 1 and number 3. In a big way, it is a big, big achievement for Ben Shelton because remember, 1, 2, and 3 are all participating in the semi-finals. He was the only unseeded. He had to square off against Djokovic, and that's why you rather have to feel sorry for the youngster. But he did not help himself with some very cocky and some laid-back tennis at the very beginning. You cannot afford to be cocky and laid back at the very beginning against Novak Djokovic. He will make you pay. And because of that, Djokovic indeed made him pay. What a fantastic performance from him. 6-3, 6-2. Everybody on social media was saying, oh, this semi-final looks like a first round match. I mean, it is so clinical, so effortless. But at this point, Shelton really showed himself that what he could do in the third set. But unfortunately, that did not happen. And because of that, he has lost. But in a way, American tennis is in good hands. The likes of Francis Tiafoe, the likes of Ben Shelton, all of them are performing well at this particular point in time. And American tennis will really be looking forward to these two individuals to ensure that they can get US tennis back to at its peak. So, breaking news for people who are joining us now. Novak Djokovic is in the final of the US Open. He's one step closer to a 24th record equaling 24th Grand Slam. But standing in his path 1 hour from now, it is Daniil Medvedev versus Carlos Alcaraz. You could see Carlos Alcaraz versus Novak Djokovic part 2 after their classic at Wimbledon. this is one encounter where Alcaraz could potentially defend his crown. Because remember, you've not seen a defending champion for a very long time at the US Open. So, can Alcaraz do it? Will Djokovic get to 24? You'll all get the answer by today morning, because this match could very well, it lasted for close to 3 hours. And Djokovic is in the final. Will Alcaraz or Medvedev join him? Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye bye.